You just moved $200 into your savings account. Feels responsible, right? Feels safe. But here's the uncomfortable truth. That money might be quietly losing value, and your brain won't even notice. Somewhere between your first paycheck and today, you were taught one rule above all others. Save your money. Put it away. Don't touch it. And for a while, that rule works. It builds a cushion. It builds a habit. It feels a lot like progress. But here's what nobody tells you. Comfort and progress are not the same thing. Sometimes they're opposites, wearing the same coat. So here's the question almost nobody answers clearly. When do you stop saving and start investing? Most people never get a straight answer. Just vague advice. Save more, invest early, diversify. Words that sound wise but tell you nothing about what to actually do this month. With this paycheck, in your actual bank link, let's fix that. Let's give your brain a real number, a real rule, and a real reason. The switch matters more than almost anything else you'll do with your money this year. Step 1 is non-negotiable. Before you invest a single dollar, you need a buffer between you and chaos. Because life sends chaos regularly. A car repair, a medical bill, a sudden gap between jobs. The economist Anna Maria Lusardi has studied this for decades. Her finding? People without an accessible cash buffer make worse financial decisions under pressure, not because they're careless, because panic changes math. When you're scared, you borrow at high interest, sell assets at the wrong time. You make decisions your calm self never link. The number is this: 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Rent, food, insurance, minimum debt payments, not your whole lifestyle. Just survival. And that sits in a boring, liquid, high-yield savings account. Not investments. Not your friend's crypto tip. Boring. On purpose. Here's the part most people get wrong, though. They keep piling money into that account long after it's already full. $10,000 sitting in a savings account earning 4%, while inflation quietly eats close to 3%. Feels safe. But safety has a cost you're not seeing. Every dollar sitting still is a dollar not compounding. And compounding is the only free lunch finance has ever offered you. This is where it gets interesting. Richard Thaler won a Nobel Prize for showing how humans actually behave with money, not how textbooks assume they behave. And his big insight is uncomfortable. People don't lack information. They lack default action. Left alone, most of us do nothing. We let money sit. We let inertia make the decision for us. Your brain treats a full emergency fund like a finished task. Done, safe, stop thinking about it. But that's exactly the moment the real work should begin. So when is the switch? Here's the rule. The moment your emergency fund hits its target and your high-interest debt is handled, every additional dollar has a new job. Not sitting. Growing. This is where most beginners freeze. Not because the math is hard, because the idea feels risky. And risk, to your brain, feels like danger, even when the actual danger is doing nothing. Here's the mirror moment. Picture two people. Same income, same monthly savings, same discipline. One keeps everything in a savings account for 30 years. The other keeps 3 to 6 months in savings, then invests the rest in a diversified, low-cost index fund. Wildly different outcomes. Not because one is smarter, because one let compounding work, and the other let inertia win. And that gap isn't caused by knowledge, luck, or income. It's caused by a decision most people never consciously make. They just keep doing what feels safe, long after safe stopped being smart. Here's the part that should genuinely bother you. Research shows people fear investment losses so intensely, they'll accept a guaranteed slow loss to purchasing power, just to avoid a visible, temporary dip. We're wired to avoid short-term pain, even when it guarantees long-term harm. Does that mean investing has no risk? Of course not. Markets fluctuate. Some years hurt to look at. But risk isn't the enemy. Misunderstood, risk is. The real danger was never the market going down for a while. It was money sitting still for decades, slowly losing meaning while feeling perfectly safe. So here's the question I'll leave you with. What is your money actually doing right now today? Is it working? Or is it just resting, waiting for a decision you keep postponing? You don't need a finance degree to make this switch. You need a number, a rule, and the willingness to feel a little uncomfortable on purpose. Build the buffer, handle the high-interest debt, then let every extra dollar start moving instead of sitting. That $200 you moved into savings earlier? It's not wrong. It's just incomplete, because it was never about being careless with money. It was about mistaking stillness for safety. One comfortable, quiet decision at a link this reframed how you think about your money. Drop a comment. Tell me which one you've been, the saver or the investor. And if you want the simple steps to set up that first index fund, that's the video I'm making next. Subscribe so you don't miss it.